Hello everyone, I am Miss Shaila DeMello from St. Michael Church, Manikpur, Vasai. Recently, we all have been shocked by the arrest of 83-year-old human rights activist Father Swamy SJ. Today, we have been joined by Deacon Praful Ekka, who had an opportunity of meeting and interacting with Father Stan. Let us hear about his experiences. Welcome, brother.
Thank you, Shaila.
Brother, can you give a brief introduction about who Father Stan is and what are his works?
Yes, I had an opportunity of meeting him in Ranchi in 2018. Stan Swamy is a Jesuit priest. He is born in Tamil Nadu, Trichy. Then he joined the Society of Jesus of Jamshedpur province, Jharkhand. Now he's been working for the people of Adivasis in Jharkhand state, and his mainly work for social right activists. As a social right activist, he's working for the people as land and land issues. Then we have social issues and other problems that people are facing in the state of Jharkhand.
What struck you the most while having an interaction with him?
As I was talking with him, the person is very human, very simple, but yet he is very intellectual. He researched all the things that taking place in the state of Jharkhand. For example, we have rights for the Adivasis that is called fifth schedule. That is being done, Forest Act that is passed. These are some of the issues the government has passed, and the constitution has given the provision for these people, but the government has not yet implemented. And for this, Father Stan Swamy raising his voice, making aware of this kind of rights to the people of Jharkhand, the Adivasis, and thus he is working for them, he is fighting for their rights.
So brother, what is the current situation where Father is working? What are the main problems or grievances what people are facing?
Yes, as I was talking with him, the main place of that place where he was, that is Bagicha, name of the place. We have social center over there, and that place called Bagicha in Namkum area in Ranchi.
Okay.
So main problem is now they are demanding for their rights, and this demand is reaching to the government, and people are being aware of what are their rights. Their main thing is what? Jal, Jangal and Jameen.
Okay.
You know, Jal means water, Jangal means forest, and Jameen, the land. So these are essential things they possess, and these are their identities. So, and these identities they are fighting for, which supposed to be provided by the government. They would have given the proper facilities to these people, but not yet implemented. They have not yet got. See, these are the problems that Father Stan Swamy raised the questions to the government and fighting for their rights.
Can you share few events where Father was involved in such cases?
Yes, there are recent events like na Pathalgadi movement, one I would say, and other would say na Forest Act, PESA Act, and also the fifth schedule that is there in the constitutions. So let me tell you something about Pathalgadi movement that took place 2017. So that is the place called Kochang in Khunti district in Jharkhand. So this is the Pathalgadi movement that took place, where Pathalgadi means a stone, and in that stone, as a old tradition of Adivasis, wherever they enter to the village, they would put the stone or erase the stone in order to go into the village. And now what happened, they are aware of this right, now fifth schedule which is there in the constitution. They have written entire fifth schedule in the stone.
Okay.
In the stone, and people are aware and they are asking for their rights. And in that right, only Adivasis could take possession of their land or the forest and also the water they have in that area. So nobody can access of those things. That is there given in the scheduled area. And this particular movement has taken up the government, and it was the threat for the government and the corporate sector. Why? Because the corporate wanted to take their lands. The Adivasis land were rich in minerals, coals, mines, and other natural resources. And if you do some deep studies, if they dig this mines, maybe 100 years if they dig, then also that will not get over. That kind of resources that they have in those areas. So that's what shaken up, because people are now being aware. Now they have rich resources in their own land, but then what government are doing? They are working for the government, but they are not getting their rights, their own share. Actually, these people had to own their things, but they are becoming labor for that.
Okay.
And therefore, government has taken up. So that's what the situation, that is the, and for that reason, Father Stan Swamy worked and conscientize the people and take forward and become creating a leadership among these people.
Okay, so brother, what was the outcome of such protest, and how did it make a difference in the lives of the tribals?
Yes, there are many young became the leaders for that movement, because if you see, many of them were awake. At that moment, as I said earlier, people were, the government has shaken up, especially in this district of Khunti. In that area, nobody could enter because they used to come with bows and arrows and whatever they had in the instrument, like axe and other instrument. They used to come on the road and they block the roads, so nobody could enter those areas. In that way, that some prominent leaders would they came up and they were fighting for their own rights.
Okay. So brother, as we know, father has been falsely accused in the Bhima Koregaon violence case. Can you brief us what exactly that case is and why father has been arrested?
Yes, Bhima Koregaon, that took place. That case took place 1st of January 2018.
18, okay.
Okay, here in Pune, Bhima Koregaon. This here all Dalits had gathered in order to commemorate 200th anniversary, the victory over the Peshwa that took place 1818. So in that case, what happened? There was a violence, the vehicles being burned of those collected over there, and there was a lot of assault that took place. And this thing later picked up, and this first FIR was fired in Pimpri, then second that was fired in Shaniwarwada, and later this case was taken over by the UPI government, and now is taken by the central government. Okay, so in this way, what is the main cause of it is what they say, that it is done by the Maoist, and people were linked, were prominent like writers, teachers, professors, the lawyers, all those are linked with this Maoist, though they have not and in that Father Stan Swamy is also linked linked with Maoists. And what they said is he the leader of the Maoists, and he was funded by them, and so on, unjustly accused, and thus he was arrested. He was arrested on 8th of October, 8th of October, just without notice. Earlier they had some phone calls of that Bagicha, that home, but then he said, let me cooperate with you, whatever that agencies, I am ready to cooperate with you because of his ailments, because he cannot go out, because since 83 years old priest, and he is suffering by Parkinson's, can't even hold the glass to drink water, all these kind of things. And even this Jharkhand government has made an order that nobody could go in outside of the state, or neither they come into the state, those who are above 60. And since the 83 years old, just picked up from there and brought to Bombay. Now he is in Dsouza jail here in Bombay.
Okay, brother, so what is the reaction that you observed in the people, and what suggestion would you like to give us, especially the youths?
Shaila, if you see the social media, and the newspaper, and then even in the TV channels and all things, everywhere there is a protest going on, that is to release him as soon as possible, because such a old priest that has no reason of being in the jail. Now, as he was fighting for him, for the people of Jharkhand, Adivasis, and people are really awakened. Not only India, but I see all over the world. They are protesting, holding the poster, release him, and respect the democracy, all sort of slogan that's been going on all over the world. And I see now, as a youth for the Manipur youth, what I would say, now is a time, as a young blood, we could do something. We can also write personal letter to the Chief Minister, then we can also create some hashtag, and we can also tag to the prominent leaders or the film industries, or we can also tag those who are famous in the world. So we cannot expect everybody will respond, but if one or two may respond, that can make a change. That can make a difference. So that's what I feel we can do, and we can start right now.
Okay. Thank you, brother, for sharing your experience and giving us some very good suggestions. I hope we can implement some of them. I just pray the justice shall prevail and all those who have been falsely implicated will be set free. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Sal.